Genocide, genocide, genocide rock, genocide bombs and genocide death, snowing and blowing up buildings for fun. Now the genocide has begun. Genocide, genocide, genocide rock, genocide crimes in genocide times, killing and maiming and annihilating throughout Palestine. Do you agree that a lot of people are too quick to use the term genocide and as a result often misuse that word? For example, a lot of people are now accusing Israel of committing genocide, when clearly that is not the case. Please let me know in the comments below if you agree that there's a difference between, on the one hand, actual genocide, and on the other hand, killing lots and lots of people, but doing it in the name of self-defense, in which case we would just call that war. And in war, you're going to get some collateral damage. Genocide, genocide, genocide rock. When I think of genocide, I think of the deliberate act of wiping out an entire population from a certain area. And that is not Israel's goal. Israel's only goal is to completely eradicate Hamas from the Gaza Strip. And I'm sure you will agree that Israel is totally justified in doing that because of what Hamas did on October 7th, 2023. Genocide bombs and genocide death. No, Israel is not engaging in genocide. What we are seeing is only your everyday garden variety war. And you know what they say, if you want to make an omelet, you have to break a few eggs. And in this case, the few eggs are tens of thousands of Palestinian lives. Snowing and blowing up buildings for fun. Furthermore, Israel is doing everything it can to minimize civilian casualties. I've heard that the civilian to Hamas fighter kill ratio is only 2-to-1. That means only 2 civilians are killed for every 1 Hamas fighter that is killed. And that's not bad, considering the ratio could be 10-to-1 or even 20-to-1. This means that if there are, say, 40,000 Hamas fighters, Israel only needs to kill 80,000 civilians to accomplish its goal. Now the genocide has begun. And if the population of Gaza is 2.3 million, then after Israel has accomplished its goal, there should still be at least 1 million or so Palestinians left alive. That's why I think this is more of a war than a genocide. And besides, even if Israel has to kill around 80,000 Palestinian civilians, it will only be because Hamas has used these civilians as human shields. I'm sure you'll agree with me that if Hamas builds a secret command center underneath a hospital, then Israel is completely justified in bombing that hospital because of what happened on October 7th. It's not Israel's fault if Hamas is going to use the people of a hospital as human shields. I mean, what kind of sick individual does that? What kind of sick individual puts patients and doctors of a hospital right in the line of fire of bombs that were never meant for them, but only for Hamas fighters? Genocide, genocide, genocide rock. Or if Hamas builds underground tunnels beneath refugee centers, isn't Hamas then using these refugees as human shields? What kind of deranged maniac does that? What kind of deranged maniac puts children, innocent children, directly in the crosshairs of bombs that were never meant for them, but only for Hamas fighters? Genocide crimes in genocide times. If Hamas had any decency, all the Hamas members would live in a secluded area far away from civilians so that Israel would not have to kill innocent civilians. Now, I'm aware that Israel does not allow Hamas to have a military base, but wouldn't it be nice if Hamas could have some kind of out-of-the-way, easy-to-bomb compound of some sort so that Israel would not have to kill so many civilians? Killing and maiming and annihilating. As for the accusations that Israel is reducing Gaza to rubble, Israel is only targeting buildings where Hamas fighters happen to live. Unfortunately, Hamas fighters happen to live in a lot of those buildings. As I said before, it would be really nice if Hamas could have an out-of-the-way, easy-to-bomb compound so that Israel could just target Hamas fighters and avoid civilians. Throughout Palestine. Please let me know in the comments below if you agree with me that even if Israel has to completely wipe out the entire population of Gaza, it would not be genocide because it would only be done in self-defense. Also, let me know if you agree that only a very anti-Semitic person would think there is anything the least bit genocidal about Israel's killing tens of thousands of Palestinians and reducing Gaza to rubble. Genocide, genocide, genocide rock, genocide bombs and genocide death, snowing and blowing up buildings for fun. Now the genocide has begun. Genocide, genocide, genocide rock, genocide crimes in genocide times, killing and maiming and annihilating throughout Palestine.